Here, in the heart of New Delhi, lies the architectural marvel of democracy, a testament to the nation's rich history and its enduring future. 1984. A cloud of uncertainty hangs over the nation. Fear and anxiety grip the hearts of its people. Democracy itself faces its greatest test. In 1991, a nation is in shock. Political turmoil grips the country. This policy is a complete failure.
I completely disagree with your statement.
In November 2024, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra entered electoral politics. Competing in the Wayanad by-poll, she secured a victory margin of over 410,000 votes. That win placed her in the 18th Lok Sabha. She took her seat in parliament alongside her mother, Sonia, and her brother, Rahul, making them the only sibling duo serving together in the current session. She is a member of India's most prominent political dynasty. She has been a known figure in national politics for her entire adult life. Yet she waited 20 years to put her own name on a ballot. To understand the delay, we have to look at the environment that shaped her. Her childhood was defined by two opposing forces: immense political power and extreme vulnerability. She grew up carrying the legacy of the Nehru Gandhi dynasty. In 1984, her grandmother, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, was assassinated. 7 years later, her father, former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, was killed in a bombing. The consequence of this violence was a youth defined by terror threats. For her and her brother, traditional schooling ended. They were pulled into isolation, protected by high security protocols and homeschooling. Her response to that environment was an academic pivot inward. She pursued a bachelor's degree in psychology, followed by a master's in Buddhist studies, while beginning a dedicated practice of Vipassana meditation. She eventually entered politics as a backstage manager, handling family campaigns starting in 2004. During the 2007 Uttar Pradesh elections, she spent 2 weeks in the Amethi and Raebareli regions, specifically to address infighting among party workers. She worked as a mediator, resolving internal disputes over seat allocations before they reached the public. For years, her political work relied on this type of interpersonal mediation. It was a methodology built to manage the party's internal mechanics from the safety of the background. The background management ended in January 2019. The Congress Party appointed her as the General Secretary in charge of Eastern Uttar Pradesh, eventually handing her the entire state. She traded the isolated safety of her early life for the chaotic reality of state-level grassroots politics. In Uttar Pradesh, her tactics shifted toward public confrontation. In October 2021, she was detained twice by state police. She was stopped in Agra while attempting to meet the family of a man who died in custody, and she spent over 50 hours held at a guest house in Lakhanpur Kheri, following violent clashes between farmers and a minister's convoy. The friction continued into 2022. During protests against inflation in Delhi, she was again detained by police, this time in front of a full array of water cannons and riot formations. These detentions were highly public. By engaging directly with police barricades and state friction, she signaled a change in her political identity, moving from a shielded manager to a resilient frontline figure. With that public image established, she attempted to bypass traditional caste arithmetic in Uttar Pradesh. She bet the party's success on mobilizing a female voting bloc, positioning herself as the primary face and orator of the campaign. This strategy centered on the Lat Ki Hoon, Lat Sakti Hoon campaign. To back the rhetoric with policy, she committed the party to allocating 40% of its assembly tickets specifically to women. But the electoral results did not match the visibility. When the 2022 elections concluded, Congress won 2 out of 403 assembly seats. Following this defeat, she resigned as General Secretary in charge of Uttar Pradesh in December 2023. While the campaign failed to capture seats, it served as a field test for her mass communication skills. The losses in Uttar Pradesh solidified her brand as a visible, independent leader before she ever entered a personal race. The stamina she developed during the state elections translated into the 2024 general election. She took on a broader organizational role, traveling to mobilize crowds for the national party and helping to coordinate the party's ground-level infrastructure. This work led to her own entry into electoral politics. When Rahul Gandhi vacated his seat in Kerala, she stood as the candidate for the Wayanad by-poll. Her victory by 410,000 votes converted her role from an appointed party official to a member of parliament with a direct electoral mandate. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's journey to the 18th Lok Sabha took 20 years. It began in the isolation of a high-security upbringing, moved through years of internal party mediation, and required a shift into the public protests of Uttar Pradesh to finally reach the ballot box.